Okay. All right. So we are going to read a story, and I'd like for you to read it out loud. But we're going to go paragraph by paragraph, and I'm going to have you use the blue highlighter to note important words or an important sentence in the paragraph before you move on to the next paragraph, just to kind of get a good idea about what this is about. So if you start reading, and then just stop and highlight, maybe even something that you don't understand, but stop and highlight something that you think is important. And the title is, I picked that out because we all live in an age of technology, so using cell phones and computers to transmit information.
Okay.
So,
Do you want me to read the title or just start?
yeah, just start.
Okay. Modern technology can do some pretty incredible things. And it's possible with current technological capabilities to transmit digital information over a long distance using coding and decoding processes without losing the concepts of the original information. The best part is we don't have to do anything besides send the message and wait for it to be received.
Anything interesting that you want to note? Get a pen. Okay, sorry.
Consider, for instance, the cellular phone. It wasn't until early 1980s that in this mobile variation on the standard telephone was even available for people to use. But now, in 2013, cell phones are everywhere, sending and receiving information in speedy ways invisible to the human eye.
Cool. I like how you stopped and reread the word that you had troubles with.
There's so much going on. So the information you send does not travel in a single piece as it might through the standard mail service. Instead, it is broken down into small digital information. As with a cell phone, the information you send is fragmented into tiny pieces and then reconstructed once it's researched.
Look at the prefix reached.
Reached. Oh, okay.
That's okay.
It's reached its destination. Along with your message comes other information, for instance, about ordering or how the message should be reconstructed to make sense to the reader. Your message will also include more basic data about where it came from and where it is supposed to go. Computers and the internet require many high-tech and complicated pieces to run properly. But something known as a router is a key instrument that keeps information being sent from one computer to another going along the correct path. The internet also relies on telephone wires and satellite links for wireless information sharing. important to note that for the internet to work as it does, many companies have to agree to work with one another. The internet is really a collection of networks working together towards a common goal of allowing information to be shared.
Nice. Okay. Next, we are going to look at the questions. I'm going to take this and we can read these. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the questions and then go back through and read it to yourself and highlight with a yellow highlighter. And then you can just take this and answer the questions. Does that sound exciting? Oh, no, I'm going to give you that.
BD.
All right, cool. Feel free to answer. Let
Oh.
me take this for a second. If you feel confident that what you read is the answer, that's awesome. Go ahead and answer. But the strategy that I'm helping you with today is knowing what to look for when you read. You did a great job of highlighting information. Usually when you take like the OGT, you don't know, you can look at the questions beforehand and then go back through and read, and it kind of gives you an idea of what to look for. You can also, when you're doing the OGT, underline things that are important and things like that. Just hopefully to give you that tool to really take in the information. If you look at the questions, if you read the passage and then look at the questions, and then read the passage again, if you have questions about which answers are correct. So, but yeah, if you know the answer, go ahead and answer. But if you come to one that you have no idea, then you could take the hot yellow highlighter and look through. And maybe you've already answered it, or maybe you've already highlighted it. So. You can put that right there too. And you've taken tests like this before, and this isn't a test, it's just like a little strategy exercise, but do you answer the questions, like, do you read through the questions and answer the ones you know and then go back? Or do you try and answer them one after the other?
I have to answer one after the other.
You do? Okay.
It bothers me when I don't.
Ah. Okay.
Unless, like, I'm really stuck, and then I'll, like, skip it.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I try to answer in order. I don't. But, like, sometimes, usually, like, they go in order, so I, like, try to look at the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And then make sure it's, like, before that, usually.
Cool. So you have strategies, too, that you use. Okay, now that we've gone through and highlighted important information while you've read, and then looked at some of the questions and highlighted important information, and then I noticed that you answered some of the questions as you read, and then you found some of the information. So hopefully that helps with, any kind of language arts and reading assignments that you have. So we have a couple written assignment questions. And the first one, it says, according to the passage, what are cell phones used for? When we do our lessons, we've talked about doing, making sure the sentences flow and have, all the information included. So if you want to answer number 8, and then we can read number 10.
Okay.
And then number 8, according to the passage, what are cell phones used for? And the nice thing about, written assignments, again, you have that right there to refer back to. Cool. Let me see. Cool. You use 2 different concepts from the passage, so that's very nice. Then your last one says, at the end of the passage, the author writes, the internet is really a collection of networks working together toward a common goal of allowing information to be shared. Could cell phones be described the same way? And that said, explain your answer using evidence from the passage. how you restated the question to begin your answer?
I just lost it.
Oh, I'm sorry. And
No,
I
you're
interrupted
fine.
you, but you said cell phones can be described the same way because, and then cite your answer. Excellent. Very nice. I thought it was neat reading this. That's a lot of information about cell phones. I just, I use mine, and yes, I can get a hold of someone at the snap of a finger and send a message. But, and now cell phones these days have the internet attached to them. So we had a question today in class about something. I'm like, let me look that up on Google. And so we had the answer like that. So you have so much at the tips of your fingers. I hadn't read this information before, so it's just kind of neat to listen to you read and to learn all about cell phones. A few years ago, when I was in college, I had the first cell phone, and you've seen pictures of the big, huge ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't have a cell phone around me, but
We had the bag phone. I think she's already seen it.
yeah, the
Yeah.
huge, or Night at the Roxbury. If you've ever seen that movie, they had huge cell phones, and now some people can just
Yeah.
very small. But thank you for working with me. You did a wonderful job.